So this is a look at my eBay store. I have 590 active listings, 528 orders. And I think in these numbers lie the rule that I think goes a long way to winning on eBay, and that is the 1 to 100 rule. Now, you're probably thinking, well, what does that mean? It means one sale every single day for every 100 active listings that you have in your store. So on my calculations, my 590 active listings, I should have 531 sales if I'm hitting that metric of one sale for every 100 active listings. And I'm only 3 sales away, which will probably come through today, which will mean that I am hitting exactly that ratio, 1 to 100. Now, it hasn't just happened. I've worked really, really hard to try and get to this point, and both myself and Kate predominantly over the last couple of weeks, she's been doing a lot of repricing, but also too just deleting bad items out of the store that should never have been listed anyway. That really inflates that active listing number. All too often we see with eBay sellers, they have a really high active listing number and a really low sales percentage over the 90-day period. So this is what you really want to try and avoid, because it really hurts from a cash flow sense. When you're not selling as much as your listing price is your buy price, and that buy price grows and grows and grows. And then from there, you're not getting as much sales to come back in your pocket to be able to go out and go again. So the work that Kate's been doing over the last couple of weeks has been crucial for us to get our metrics and our ratios and our percentages back on track. And then from there, we're only making sure we're going out and sourcing the winning products that have proven sell-through rate. And clearly the data will show that before you even buy the item. What is the sell-through rate of the item comparing active listings to sold data? And then does the price average over a $50 sale price? If you could be focusing on just hitting those metrics with the listings that you put into your store moving forward, and then attend to 50% of your time on store maintenance, you'll get this sort of a ratio. So I'd love to know in the comments below, what is your percentage currently? Put it in there, let me know, are you hitting that 1 to 100? Just let me know your active listings and your sold listings, and then from there we can work on ways to further improve it for you. But the rest of this video today, what I want to do is I want to take you through some of these winning products that are causing us to get 528 sales over the last 90 days. So we're going to go through our top 10, and hopefully there's a lot of value in there for you. Let's have a look at some sales numbers, guys. Trying to do 8,333 as always. For the month of September, we're currently sitting on $5,911. That means that our goal of $277 per day, we're actually doing $422 per day. So we're doing about $150 more in sales every day for the month of September, and we're pretty much halfway through the month. So that tells me that we're on track, because we only need another $2,400 and we've been able to hit our goal. So that could even potentially fall this week, which gives us an entire week for the last week of September to just push past and surpass maybe $10,000, which would be great. Now we are going to go through the top 10 sales from this weekend, and we had a total of 17 sales that came through. So the ones that we're not going to be talking about are just these ones right here. You'll see it's a mix of Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 2, some Xbox 360, a lot of video games. And then we did have this one sell to a viewer of the audience that watches the channel. This is the Aussie Flipper that I'm talking about. If you guys are new to this channel, I've got a main channel called the Aussie Flipper. That one there sold out of the video that we put up yesterday, where we got a big private pick, which is all of this stock down here. A ton of different DVD, TV show season box sets that are all going to sell on eBay really, really well. I've paid $1,000 for the deal, and if you haven't seen that video, definitely go and check it out on the Aussie Flipper. Wings there sold for $35 straight off the video to a viewer of the channel. So thank you very much to that person for that purchase. But coming in at the 10th best sale from the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, was the Osbournes. Now, Ozzy Osbourne obviously just passing away a couple of weeks ago. Kate's been doing a mad repricing strategy in here, where she's just been seeing old dormant stock and just repricing it, or even stock that's vanished off eBay, because that can happen. This one here, I believe, was vanished, wasn't it?
It was vanished, yeah.
It was, yeah, so it wasn't online. Obviously, with the passing of Ozzy Osbourne, we thought we would price this one up a little bit. Reason being is because that's what all the comps were saying now. It was previously a $20 DVD, but since his passing, it's gone up to a $40 DVD, and we got a $42 sale price on that one there.
And that's just the first season.
If
we had both, it would have been a lot more.
It's only one season. So if you had, I think there's 4 or 5 seasons with the Osbourne family. So yeah, that would go for a couple of $100. But $42 on that one there. We'll be shipping that one off into medium track post envelopes, which Kate has just gone out and purchased. One single DVD ships in that for $7.50. And there's never any damage. A lot of people say, does that get damaged just whacking it into an envelope? And it doesn't. So you can completely do that without any issues whatsoever. A lot of people will ask me about DVDs and video games upon scratching of discs. Should you be checking? Should you be testing? Should you be watching the entire movie to make sure that there's no scratches on the disc? You wouldn't have an eBay business. You'd be a professional movie watcher. We don't do that. We literally just ensure when we're taking our product photos that there's no scratches on the disc. And 99% of the time, they're usually pretty good no matter where you source them. I should say as well, we are using Flippedit to track all of these numbers from a profitability sense. If you guys are interested in using Flippedit, there's a 10% off coupon, Flippedit10. If you use that in the link in the description, you'll get that 10% savings. But having a look at Flippedit for that Osborne title, we only bought it for $1 way back when. So we ended up making $26.28 in profit, which is pretty good. This one was another really good one as well that we picked up off Selwyn. This is Tomb Raider on the PlayStation 2. Tomb Raider Underworld. There's multiple different Tomb Raider games, but this Underworld copy on the PlayStation 2 sells really, really well. We got a $49.95 sale price for that one there. As you can see, it is in like new condition. It's got the manual, it's got the game, it's very, very crispy, no cracks in the case or anything like that. So Tomb Raider, that one would have profited us pretty well because we only paid $7.50 for it. We ended up profiting again, $26.44 on that one. So a really good game. Definitely go and look out for it. Even if you find it on Facebook Marketplace at a big bulk deal of video games, you'll know that that one's worth $50 alone. Now, this was another item in our little MISC box that we've got down here of a bunch of different random things. We have a console here, a Nintendo DSi. So this Nintendo DSi was actually not listed on eBay. Even though I'd listed it up months ago, it had vanished. So we went ahead and we did some comp research. We listed this one up as untested, potentially not working. It could be working, we just don't know. We don't have a charger for it. So we went down the safe route and we just listed it up as a not working. And we got a $49.95 sale price in about a week. So, don't neglect selling consoles of any make or model in the video game category because there's a lot of smart people out there that could test this one and get it working pretty quickly. Or they might have just got themselves a really good deal because it is working. I just don't have a charger and I don't have any time to bother trying to source a charger, test it to make sure it works, and then try and make an extra $20. I prefer to just get it out the door for $50. Now, profit. Profit on that, we bought it for $10 in a big bulk buy, and that was another reason why I wanted to obviously go ahead and sell it for $50 really quick because we just bought it for so cheap. Nintendo DSi, we made $24.17 off that one there, so really good return when you sell it for $50. Now guys, if you also want some tips and tricks via email, I've got a newsletter. That's linked in the description below. So if you go ahead and just input your email address, every single week I'll send you hints and tips and tricks to improve your business. We've got thousands of people on that list and I'm trying to grow it. So go ahead and add those details in. This one here, Gilmore Girls, very, very common DVD set to be finding. This is a complete series set as well, all 6 seasons of the show. We got a $28 sale price for this, which is pretty common. It's a bit of a bread and butter sort of a one, but I'll always pick it up if I can get it at a decent enough price. But we did get $30 worth of international postage on this one. I have changed my business policies with the tariffs that have come in for the USA. So we're now not selling out to the USA, but we are selling to pretty much the majority of other countries apart from the UK and the rest of the world. We're just choosing not to go out there and just more local around Australia for international shipping. This one has cost $30 and it's off to Saudi Arabia. We get a lot of international sales to Saudi Arabia. So I don't know exactly how much that's actually going to cost. It may cost a little bit more than $30, but you've got to remember we are free postage. So we're accounting for this shipping off for about $9. So technically we've got $39 to play with on a shipping standpoint to get it to Saudi Arabia, which is pretty much where this is going to come to. I think it's going to come to about $40 to ship off, which means we aren't going to be losing any money, which is great. Gilmore Girls has made us only $11.53. So just a really bread and butter one, that one there. $11.53. We bought it for $6. So we bought it for 50 cents each. This came out of a private pick. No, 50 cents. $6. Oh yeah.
$1 each.
Yeah, why did I say 50 cents?
I don't know.
You're right.
You're the math man.
I am the math man. That was terrible from me. $6. Yeah, so $1 each. It did come out of a private pick, but we basically gave it $1 each worth of value with all the other DVDs that we bought at the time with that private pick. So yeah, $6 in, really good sale price, $11 in profit, international shipping. It's good to still go on and still have active, even though you can't go to the US at the moment. Now, I don't promote the eBay store on this channel. I don't promote it on the Aussie Flipper. I've never promoted my eBay store because I'd like to say that the numbers that I produce are predominantly through people that are organically or promoted listing, finding it through eBay. I don't want to become known as the person online that just gets all of his sales online. I want to teach people how to do it based on the fact that I've got the proven results to show that it works. Now, every so often somebody does come across the item and they do end up buying it and they are a viewer of the channel, but it is a whole lot less in percentage to I think what a lot of people think. This one here though has sold not on eBay, it's sold off YouTube, just somebody seeing it out of the video and then messaging me on Instagram. That's the way that I like to sell these sorts of items that pop up in videos. This one here, Voyager to the Bottom of the Sea, it was literally an item in this mix right here that I scanned the phone over it and I just said, look, this one's in the mix, it sells for $90, how good's that? Somebody texted me actually, this was a text message off somebody that I knew from the Sunshine Coast, and he said, I've got to have it, what can you do? And I said, I'll do it for $70 shipped. And he said, yes, he's transferred me the money and I'm now sending it off. What I'm trying to say here with this sale is you guys really need to be looking at the way you're marketing what you do as an eBay seller. You've got great organic reach through eBay, but you can be using social media. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, I don't want to be on camera, that's not me. Well, you can still get an eBay, you can still get an Instagram store and start posting up your finds and then messaging out to say, if anybody's interested, shoot me a DM. If you did that for a year, 6 months, and you were really consistent with it, you could grow a bit of a following and you get items to sell just like this, where you can avoid that, 15% in eBay fees. I'm really proud of this video game wall. It's so full. And it's just such a nice category to sell on eBay. These are our pride possessions. If I could give it a big hug, I would. Because they just generate so many sales for us and they really just keep us moving. This is a game that I'd never heard of before. This is Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Encore. So that was out of the private pick that we got with Selwyn, where we drove 3 hours to go and get a massive haul of video games. $7.50 is what we're paying for each of these games. This one here has done pretty well because the sale price was, I think, $60. And at a $7.50 buy price, $7.50 shipping price in an envelope, we've actually made $51.52. We made a pineapple.
Nice.
We've made a clean pineapple. This is why Flippedit is so good, because you can clearly see exactly how much money you're making in your bank account worth of profit. Plus, you also, remember, you're getting that $7.50 back. So it's technically a return of about $59 back in our pocket. $51.50 in profit, but $59 back in cash flow to go again. A lot of Pokemon cards that we have been listing up, even a little bit more of very recently. We've still got more Pokemon cards that we want to be listing up and selling too. But this one was a beautiful card. This is a Jungle Edition Vintage Snorlax Pokemon card. Now, the story behind this is that we had a viewer of the channel come in with a big private pick. I spent $3,000, I think, with this guy. And he brought it all into the garage and he had every single Pokemon card from base set 2, Jungle and Fossil. A huge Pokemon haul. And then what we've done is we're going to be listing up all of the commons, uncommons, unlimiteds, all of the cheaper cards as one big allotment. And then we're selling all of the holo cards individually. And that's how we're maximizing the return. And it's the reason why we've been able to pay up for these cards, because then we can disperse them and break them up individually and maximize our return. This card here was listed up for $120, which is exactly what it's worth on eBay. Then we had somebody offer $85 as a best offer, and we ended up countering to $100, and we got it. Now, these Pokemon cards are being sent off in the medium track post envelopes as well. So you can 100% put it into that, and it'll cost you $7.50 to send off. You will need these penny sleeves, you will need these top loaders. We have a bunch of them over here, a ton of different spares. We've got them all that we've listed up onto eBay already in their penny sleeves and their top loaders ready to go. So there's only a little extra work that goes into that, and you will need some cardboard. So we cut up some cardboard, put them either side, put them into that medium envelope. Never an issue with the Pokemon card send. So fantastic sale price of $100. We broke it all up as a $10 buy price on this one. So that ended up making us $67.43 on Flippedit. So a really nice Pokemon card. Condition is everything, and we've deemed all of these cards to be lightly played. So if you want any Pokemon cards that are vintage, well, I don't want to promote the eBay store, but they're there. Had a lot of people asking where you are over the last couple of weeks.
At the flea.
Well, everywhere. Oh. YouTube comments, Instagram.
I'm still here.
You're still here. A lot of people are saying, where is she? She hasn't appeared in videos.
I'm behind the camera.
You are behind the camera, and you're also in front of the listing station too, doing a ton of listings. So Kate is now doing all the listings and all the shipping, and I am making the content. Kate is also the camera lady. She does a really good job at that. So yeah, Kate, and you're loving it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job, 20 hours a week to keep this store ticking along. So all these numbers have come from me sourcing the item, but then Kate does everything else. So it's kind of, Kate should be here. These are your sales. This one was an awesome sale. This is Spider-Man. This is Shattered Dimensions on the PlayStation 3. Really rare game, this one, guys. We got $135 for it. Came out of Selwyn's private pick for $7.50 worth of a purchase price. So that one was a really, really big return here. I think arguably not quite the biggest. We've got more sales to come that were bigger than this, but the profit on this one was $97.53. $100 in true clean profit on that game. And we saw Selwyn maybe a month or two ago, maybe 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So that has come around fairly quickly as well for a big $100 worth of profit. Now, we've had a big Blu-ray complete series set of Dexter go on a sale. About 3 or 4 months ago, Kate and I watched every single episode of Dexter.
Love it.
All 8 seasons, so we know this show better than anyone. I've seen this about 2 or 3 times in complete entirety. It's the best show. Blu-ray, really good item to be trying to find. We do a lot of DVDs, but we also would do a bunch of Blu-ray. We just don't get our hands on them as much as we want to. There was a big retail purchase that I made where I ran around the Gold Coast and I bought all of these out of JB Hi-Fi. I paid $100 to get my hands on it because it was a buy one, get one half price. So I think this was worth about $190. And by buying another one for free, it meant that my buy price on this came down to about $100. But then it goes on to sell on eBay for $210, I think is what we got for it. So a big sale price on this. Dexter.
International one.
Yeah, it was international, wasn't it? So 210, and then the buy price of 100. We've only got $20 worth of fees on this. It's going to sell for a little bit more than that. So I think there might be about $40 worth of postage costs when we send it off.
Yeah, it won't be 20.
It won't be 20. So we've got to take an extra 20 off the profit on this. So 52.90 is probably going to be 32.90 once we've shipped it off.
Where's it going?
It's going to Lebanon. Yeah, it's off to Lebanon, which is a first. I don't know if I've had too many go to Lebanon. So that's why I think it's going to cost a little bit more to get there. I just don't know that location and what the cost will be. But yeah, $20 is probably a cheap initial international postage rate. We should have put it up for $30, $35 international postage. But that's totally fine because we'll still make 32 in profit. I'm basically putting this into the video because it's had a great sale of $210, but more for the point that we bought it for $100. And that's what a lot of beginner sellers don't do. They don't they don't spend up. And if you were to spend up, you would still get your money back of $100 plus your $32 in profit. So we now get $132 to go again. As long as you're always profiting some decent amount of money, you get your buy price back and then you go again. These are really good turnover items. It did take about 3 or 4 months to sell, but we didn't have this one listed. This was a vanished listing.
It was.
Which I don't understand because it was only about 4 or 5 months ago that we bought it. So it vanished in the space of about 3 months because we did nothing with it. So that was a harsh vanish. But we found it, we got on top of it, and then it sold within the space of a week. Kate actually just said that it was an order cancel that caused it to
vanish.
Yeah, to vanish. So basically when an order gets cancelled, if you don't hit that relist button, then it obviously doesn't relist. And you may, for whatever reason, have it come back as a return, or you may have not been able to ship it out before it got cancelled. But if you don't relist the item, you'll never get back to it and you'll forget about it, and then it just sits in your inventory pile. So make sure when you do get a cancellation, just triple check that it's definitely gone back live and available for purchase. So that explains why it was just such a short period of time with that vanishment. This one here, what a sale this one was. $249 on the PlayStation 1 console. Now, this one was bought for $50 in a private pick, and we got $145 worth of profit.
Whew.
So that was our best sale of the weekend, a $249 sale. So 2 sales over $200, so that helps the average sale price, and $145 worth of profit. So 17 orders, 7 that we didn't show you, and then another 10 that we have showed you. 17 sales is not a lot of work, effort, and energy for Kate to go ahead and ship them off. Might take her no more than maybe 2 hours. to shoot off. Could even be quicker than that. So that has generated us a really, really strong weekend of sales. We did 359 on Friday, 663 on Saturday, and then we had a quieter day yesterday of 152. So if you add all that up, it's about $1,200 in sales, but it's only come from 17 items, because that 10th best sale, the Osborne, sold for $42. That was our worst sale out of the top 10. So if you guys can focus on really nice high average sale price products, you're going to generate great profit out of it, and you're also going to make your workload nice and low. So thank you for making it to this part of the video. Two things: the newsletter. I would love you to go ahead and hit that link in the description to add in your email address, start getting that useful information that's going to help you via email, and also check out Flippedit. It's a 7-day free trial, so you've got absolutely nothing to lose, and it'd be awesome to improve your finances by having that software as well. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I'm going to leave you with this video here. It's another piece of advice video. There's a lot of tips and tricks that I give on this YouTube channel. It's more the sourcing on the Aussie Flipper channel, so definitely jump over here if you're looking for more advice on how to sell on eBay. We'll see you over there for that one.